Hi, we're in the Disney Parks today. We're making a classic at the parks that everybody seems to love and get. It's basically a Dole Whip. It's a frozen pineapple treat inspired by Dole Whip. So I don't think it's exactly a Dole Whip, but it's basically a Dole Whip. It just says it's inspired by Dole Whip. But this just basically takes pineapple juice, frozen pineapple, and then you can use any dairy-free vanilla ice cream that you want, and then you blend it together, and voila.
So I have my blender here, and this is pretty simple. It's just 3 ingredients that you blend together. And the first ingredient that I put in is frozen pineapple chunks. And it says to use 2 cups. I think I just used a 16-ounce bag, so that's basically 2 cups. Now I'm pouring in some pineapple juice. And it mentions to start with basically half a cup of pineapple juice, and then you can potentially add more later as needed. The last ingredient is dairy-free vanilla ice cream. It doesn't say whatever. So I actually used almond ice cream. I got like almond milk-based ice cream, and it said it was dairy-free on there. So that's what I got, and I am adding into this. Now I'm blending this together. Now it says to not over blend it, and as you can see, it was a little thick with blending, so I'm just going to blend it until it all mixes. Stop it a few times on the spatula. It says if it's too thick, you can keep adding pineapple juice a couple tablespoons at a time to get the consistency that you want. And here I am getting ready to kind of break it down a little bit and probably add just a little bit more pineapple juice. So it probably took about 10 minutes or so of, blending, scooping it down with my spatula, and adding some pineapple juice. But I finally got it done to a consistency that I think will work. And here it is in the bowl.
And there you have it. It was simple, easy to make, and it was actually really good. Was it as good as a Dole Whip at Disney World? Probably not, but I don't necessarily go gaga for the Dole Whips like some people do. It's not that I dislike them. I just don't have to have one every time I visit Disney World. But I still really enjoyed it. And I really like, too, that you can kind of control a little bit of this in terms of, like, the sugar and things like that based on, like, the ice cream that you choose to use, the dairy-free ice cream you choose to use, the pineapple juice, all that kind of stuff. So you have a little bit more control over it when you make it at home. And it made a decent amount. I will note it didn't hold up as well the next day. Like, it was still good, but it, like, really frozen. It was almost like shaved ice. So you had to let it thaw for a little bit. So definitely better fresh, but it was still fine the next day. Just, maybe let it sit in your counter for a little bit. So let's get into the rankings. The first are the ingredients on a scale of 1 to 5. This is a 1. Everything is relatively easy to find. It's not super expensive. A difficulty level on a scale of 1 to 5, it's a 1, which means it's easy. Just put everything in a blender and blend it together, and that's all you have to do. The hardest part is maybe determining if you need to add more pineapple juice for the consistency to get it a little bit, not as thick. And then would I make it again on a scale of 1 to 5? 1 is never, and 5 is absolutely. I'll give it a 5, absolutely. Definitely enjoyed it. It could potentially be a 4.5 for me, meaning I might not make it often, but I definitely will make it again, and it's a simple, easy treat. And again, I like that you can kind of play around with it a little bit, which I may do.